Hello and welcome to a new mod showcase episode for Farming Simulator 15. This time we present you a modification made by us. We like to play on the Bjornholm map and its Nordic landscape, but we feel the arable land is not suitably colored. We took a look at the stock textures and decided to replace them with darker earth patterns to simulate heavy, wet soil. We will show you how it looks like in a moment. We have also included an installation guide, so stay tuned. This texture mod changes the arable land in a darker, wetter soil. All 4 textures have been changed, that is, the plow texture now has compact, cracked rows. The cultivator texture consists of dark, broken earth. The seed texture is a little brighter with weathered tracks. And the row texture for potatoes is now weathered by wind and rain. Since this is a visual change, it's a matter of taste of course, so we will now try to give you a first impression on how this looks in game. Enjoy! The installation of this modification is somewhat more complicated than usual mods. It's not enough to put a file in a mod folder, but the original textures of the game need to be replaced. You start with downloading the archive from the internet and storing it on your computer, then unpacking its contents. Now you should see a backup folder, a textures folder, a file install.txt, as well as an image file. The backup folder contains the stock textures from Giants, should you want to revert back to them. The install.txt file contains the installation path and the license. The image is a preview of how the textures will look in-game. We are interested in the textures folder, containing the modified textures. It is easiest to open them in a window, while opening a second one with the installation folder of the game. If you haven't selected a custom folder, it is under Drive C, Programs x86, Farming Simulator 2015, Data, Maps, Textures, Foliage. Or if you have Steam installed, under C, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Farming Simulator 2015, Data, Maps, Textures, Foliage. A warning: don't confuse the Foliage folder with a second, identical one placed on a higher level. Just check the exact path before changing the content. Once you have both windows open, you can copy the files from the Textures folder to the Game folder. You will be asked to overwrite the files, confirm that. The next time you start up the game, the new textures should be loaded automatically. In a second scenario, we will show you how to install the files in a mod map which uses custom textures. A mod map usually comes in an archive, like a zip file, which you have put in a mod folder. You can now extract the archive or work directly in the zip file. The process is similar. We open the archive for the Bjornholm Map, a modified Bjornholm map, and locate the folder Map, Textures, Foliage. We see the files we want to replace. If you pay attention to the file names, you know if you are in the right place. Now we copy the new files to the archive. In our case, we drag and drop them. Confirm, and that's it. Oh, by the way, if your mod map has its own textures, you may want to save the archive or the textures separately before changing them, so you can revert back at any time. More information and links can be found in the video description. If you like the mod, leave us a comment here or on Mod Hoster or the usual channels.